Hey guys, this is Kindle Lad Monsoon with his Dark World deck. We're at YDC location right now, and here you go.
Alright, it's kind of a standard Dark World with kind of a twist. You have the 3 Graphas, the 3 Brows, and the 3 Snows. The Graphas are the basic boss of the deck. The Brow is the extra draw power, and Snow is basically the search for everything. So without Snow, it's kind of what makes it runnable, and then that's just the basic Dark Worlds. I mean 2 Trance Archfiends because the discard effect is actually an effect, not a cost, and you get to add a remove from play monster. So whenever it's destroyed, and it's a 2000, comes out as a 2000 beater, so I don't see why not to use it. I run 2 Malefics because it protects my gates, and basically Dino Rabbit has a problem with getting over them because they're 2500 beaters. So it's kind of add on to it. I ran 3 Tour Guides to get out, the basic seeds, kind of like a staple. I use them to get out Sanguine from 1 Sanguine. Tour Guides they're not the main card. I can go without them, but it just adds so much speed to it that it's just ridiculous. And then I run 1 beige for the Grapha loop. Onto the spells, it's 3 gates, 3 dealings, and 2 drag. Sometimes drag can be an issue because I'll have spells in my hand. I don't want them to basically discard my spells, but the 3 Dark World, the dealings and the gates are staples, and I start off not running them, but I'm kind of starting to like them because it's kind of like a trap dust shoot. I just discard them, but I definitely side them against Mirror Match because that kind of screws me up big time. 2 MSTs, I don't even side deck 1 because Grapha is the extra back row destruction, so it's kind of like a added tech. Then there's the basic staples. I was originally running Mind Control, and I don't know why, but I put in Foolish Burial instead, and I actually grew to like it. So those are the basic spells. For the traps, you have the Solemn Brigade, undoubtedly the best trio in the game. 3 Reckless Greeds. I'm actually testing 3 Reckless Greeds out. I'm kind of tossed up between 3 dualities because duality kind of adds, I kind of get to add a monster instead of just skipping my 2 draw phases, but it's kind of, they both work well, so sometimes there's a downside to it. 1 Compulse against Exceed, Synchro, stuff like that, or anything just gets in my way that I just need to bounce. Just send it back to their hand, or Zen Mains, just pop it. It's a good for assault. And then 1 Skill Drain because I run 2 Trance Archfiends and 3 Tour Guides, so 1's just enough for this deck. It's kind of too fast. Let me do the side next turn.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, for the extra, it's kind of basic. 2 Stardust because I run 2 Malefics. 1 Brio because it's Brio.
I want him.
2 Leviathans because of Tour Guide, and they kind of help speed up whenever I get off Tour Guide first turn. Giga Brilliant kind of beefs up all my monsters. I was iffy about running this, but I actually grew to like it because it gives all my monsters 300 power boost, and he comes out as a 2100 himself, so I don't see why not to run him. He's actually kind of good, and he helps speed up. 2 Leviaires, these are the main exceeds of this deck because it's just so, because this deck removes a lot, so I can just special summon them, bring Grapha back. 1 Tempo. This card I don't use except for against Rabbit because Lagia needs 2 to use the effect. So you Exceed summon it, they either have to negate it and destroy it, or they just live with 1 Exceed attached and the effect is just null void. So either way, they either negate this and destroy it. In that case, I'll just start going off, or I can just detach 1 and it's null void. Measure Rhythm because whenever you battle, you can double his attack into 3000. So he's actually really good. I use him a lot actually against rogue decks because just kind of in your face kind of effect. My stroke, because it's kind of like with me not running Book of Moon, I kind of need something to flip him face down, so I use him. Roach, because he works well against Lightsworn, against Zectors with Giga. It's just kind of a space take-up. So Photon, specifically against Reaper, stuff like that, stuff that I need to get over fast, and I can do a little bit of damage, and it's a 2100 beater, so I don't know why not. Utopia, because it's hard for Rabbit to get over it and it negates attacks. It's kind of a staple in extra decks these days. And Pearl, because it gets over Rabbit these days, so it's just kind of like a in-your-face kind of card. It's possibly one of my favorite exceeds because it has no effect. For the side deck, it's 1 DD Crow. I used to run 2 to 3, but I found him to be dead draw sometimes because there are times where I don't need to remove from play and I can't use them. So one is all I need. If you can pop off the right card, you got the game sealed. Against Mirror Match, Inzectors, Windups, it's just good by itself. 2 T-Kings, their T-Kings are stable for side deck. Snowman Eaters against Rabbit and Hero. These are actually really good. Set it, pop it. It's just really broken these days. Marshmallons. Everyone's asking why I run Marshmallons instead of Reapers. Reaper is too affected by the format these days with Lance, Chalice. You target it, it's destroyed. This is more of a bother. They need to actually pull out their destruction cards to get over it, and if they attack into it, sure, it's 1000 damage. That just gives me more room just to start popping off on them and doing damage. So it's my replacement for Reaper. So it's really good in my choice. Deck Devastation Virus, MVP of the side deck completely. It'll destroy Inzectors, and it'll destroy basically anything that you need to basically pop off. And with Grapha, just be able to come back so easily, tribute off Grapha, and then just start blowing up. Easy. 1 Chalice. This Compulse is supposed to be a second Chalice. Billy.
It's a Lance.
Yeah, Lance.
By the way, I have a second Lance.
Dude, shut up. I originally was doing Chalices, but I chose not to. Lance, I kind of like. I need to get a second one. This Compulse is kind of like a added extra. Lance is broken. It'll help me a lot if they choose to go ahead and just Mirror Force my Grapha. Go on ahead. It loses 800 attack, but sure, it's still a lot of damage. Compulse kind of saves me here and there, but Lance can be used in different ways. The huge revolution is over. The way I look at it is that you can warning Road easily, so that's why I don't run it. With this being spell speed 3, you need another spell speed 3 like Dark Bride, 7 tools, stuff like that, you know, Judgment to negate it. But it's kind of a, I personally like it. And then to replace the Veilers, 3 Fiendish Chains, these cards can win games. There has been several times where I thought they sealed me off. I actually Fiendish Chained a T-King, then I dealings my Snow to search for gates, and then I just went off from there. So it's really good, but it's kind of a preference. Either you want to do Veiler and disrupt your opponent's plays, or I do Fiendish Chain because you can do it during battle phase 2 and then main phase 2. So it's more of a playable card. I understand it's backfield, but it's just within itself, it's just a broken card.
So is that it?
Basically, and hope to see y'all at YCS.
Okay, see ya.